What's really good, LeSBP Trading, Familia, Buenos Dias, Bonjour, Bon dia, y Salbona. Thank you all for tuning in. So I think we have a really interesting week. This week we didn't lose any money, which is great. I don't think we really gained anything, to be honest with you. I think it was like 30 cents, without counting like the P&L that's on the table right now. But I think we did really good. I stayed consistent. I stayed to the strategy. I stayed to the plan. There was only two trades where I decided to go ahead and get out and not do what I was supposed to do. But yeah, other than that, I think we did really good. So I'm going to try to make this video quicker. So I'm going to read my comments over here to the right, and I'll only show the few trades that I actually commented on. But on the left, you all will be looking at my P&Ls for the week, basically. All right. So hopefully that will be okay for you all. So these are my P&Ls for the week. We did trade on the spread only account too, so I want to show you that first because it's only like a few trades. We only traded on the 10th, which was Monday, and that shit was ugly. So on the 10th, we got into an NZD USD and AU, and then we had an exit for that NZD USD trade. So as you can see, the 10th right here, we got into NZD USD and made $1.56 off that one, but we end up losing 296 on this trade and 216 on this trade with a huge spread cost on that AUD trade and pretty big spread cost on the exit and entry as well as the exit of that NZD USD trade. So that NZD trade will come back up in a second when I talk about my comments on this week. All right, so first comment, let's see. Monday, we were in NZD USD trade looking for a decent move back to the upside. We somehow took ourselves out with little to no money and had no re-entry. Check out my Monday New York sesh or overnight Asian stream on Monday. So what I was basically talking about is, as you saw, there was about $1.56 on that NZD trade that we ended up making, where we should have made a whole lot more. So that is one of the trades that I did want to show because I wanted to pinpoint how badly we missed out from not just following our strategy, not just following our plan. So this is the trade right here. If you check out my Monday stream and my Asian stream, I pinpointed where we were looking to get out. Literally, not even a day and a half later, when CPI came out, it hit that point, even climbed a little bit above it. And we would have had full TP on this NZD USD trade, and I was going for about 80, 81 pips. And yeah, we lost out on that trade. Now, one of the biggest reasons why we lost out on that trade is because I got kind of nervous. I was on the spread only account. It is exactly what it sounds like. Literally, they make the spread bigger because they don't charge you commissions. They don't charge you any extra fees. It's all spread. So basically, that spread being bigger at 2.1, or I don't even know how many pips it was, but it was bigger than normal, which usually is like a point 0.9 or 0.8. With that spread being bigger, I think we got out right here at about 9 something in the morning. I'm thinking, well, if it's already down here, it's only up by like 6, 7 pips. By the time it comes back, the ask and the bid price is going to be so big that it's going to take us out for a negative loss. So I was like, instead of taking that negative loss, we were already up like 20 pips and we didn't take it because that's in the middle of the night. We're not supposed to be in the trade anyways. And then at 8:55, it went up, or 9 something, it went up to the same point again, and we still didn't take it. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's get out of the trade, which was a mental lapse in my trading plan, trading strategy. I'm not supposed to take that. We're either supposed to win, lose, or break even. That's what we're supposed to do. And that's what I'm supposed to be living by. But I didn't. So with that being said, we ended up losing out on, I think we got out like 9 pips. We ended up losing on 9 times the amount of that. Which is very stupid. So, anyways, moving forward from there, going back to that, so I don't have to keep swapping back and forth. I'm sorry. Um, Number 2, the spread only account is not going to cut it. The spread on the entry or the exit of a trade can be just as much as or more than the commission. It can also be worse, seeing as I traded a 0.04 lot this week, and in comparison to the previous weeks, trading a 0.10, which is a bigger lot, I received a spread cost of over $1.50. So just showing you all what I'm talking about, like I was trading sometimes a 0.10 or 10,000 units, and sometimes I was trading like a 0.04. This week on the 10th on one of those AU trades, my spread was $1.58. That's the highest spread I had ever had on either one of these accounts, I think. I think the next closest one was like $1.32 or $1.42 or something like that. Or yeah, $1.42. But that's me on AU out of session trading. You know what I mean? In comparison, out of session, not in session. And then even trading like 10,000 units, I'm still getting like 15 cent, 15 cent, 5 cent, 6 cent, and that's on the raw pricing account. So with that being said, I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to trade on the spread only account because of the simple fact that it's exactly what it sounds like, spread only. Number three, we will definitely be switching back, which we did literally in the same week. On the 10th, we just traded on Monday, but switched right back on Tuesday. And the rest of this week, we traded with the raw pricing account. We'll definitely be switching back to the raw pricing account ASAP. Good thing they don't charge you to transfer between accounts, or I would be getting cooked even more. So, in order to switch back, all I'm doing is an internal transfer. So, I did an internal transfer from this spread only account to this raw pricing account. Boom, it's quick, it's seamless. There's no wait time because it's still with Forex.com. And you don't get charged for it, which is fantastic because I would definitely be getting charged a lot of money because I think I've done it like 4 times, just being unsure. But now I'm definitely sure I'm not using the spread only account. Number four, should I be increasing my stop loss during swing trades? Example trades are AUD on the 11th and USD CAD on the same day. So both of these trades on the 11th of June. So looking at those two trades really quickly on the 11th. Might miss. Oh, well, this one is actually funny because this one would have lost regardless. I think when I wrote it down, I was somewhere in here. Yeah. So basically, because it was the end of the day at 1720, which I think this is the one that also charged us the biggest spread that we've seen on that raw pricing account. Um, I decided to say, oh, well, should I be going back to my original stop loss, which I think was like 8 or 4 or 5 or something like it was 6. It was this one, I think. It was like 5 or 6. So I was like, should I be going back to that? Same thing with USD CAD. I think we had a similar issue. Yeah, here. Basically, I was like, oh man, if had we literally just the fucking tip, and decided to stick with our original at 3.7, would we have won? I was kind of playing the shoulda, coulda, woulda game, which I shouldn't be. But I think we actually no, I think we lost even a little bit earlier than that. We lost like right here, and as you can see, nothing even touched. Like literally nothing. It couldn't have been anything but spread. Took us out. So in my head, I'm just like, should we increase our spread when it's an overnight trade or when we're holding it for through the session and it's not in good profit or already? And my answer to that, I think, is going to be no, to be honest with you. I think I'm just going to stick with what I got. If it loses, it loses. And if we get a reentry, then that's great. The only thing that pissed me off is the fact that once that happened overnight, it just the tipped. The price finally just the tipped on my 2.7 stop loss. And then as you could see, CPI kicked in and that shit would have been beautiful the next day. But it's all good. All right, last but not least, before this video gets too long, it's at 8 minutes right now. Last but not least, if there's, oh yeah, this one, I was kind of pissed at myself. I said, if there is one consistent thing about me in trading, I stay losing from breaking my own rules or changing the rules midweek. This is a combination of me being slightly pissed at myself from last week and this week. I didn't really break a lot of rules this week. The good thing was, I kind of stuck to my guns with everything. I made sure to at least stick with the position size on everything with the 4,000 units or 0.04 lot size on everything. That way I could trade a lot more pairs instead of just like one or two or just concentrating on Euro USD. Because I noticed that over the last few weeks, we have definitely been, it's not stumping. I really need to increase my vocabulary. We've been holding ourselves back, is what I'm trying to say. But I know there's a word for that. We've been holding ourselves back quite heavily by only trading one pair and then trading it with a 10,000 unit, lot size or a 0.10 lot size was messing us up even worse. Luckily, I always kept the losses very small, but I feel like we were just like literally holding ourselves back. So either way, I appreciate you all. Thanks. Hopefully that was a pretty decent recap on the week. I think we did good. Overall, I think we did good. We could have done better. That NZD USD trade, boy, I'm telling you, that was 81.1. It was 81.1 pips at the top. I think that was $30 times 0.4. Yeah, $32 by itself. $32. We've done that once a week. We've done something like that once a week where we've kind of shot ourselves in the foot. So I definitely have to. If anything else, I think that's the last thing I gotta fix. I gotta like wash out my fears because either we should be winning, losing, or breaking even. I have written down in my journals, in my trading strategy, in my plan, stuff like that. We should win, lose, or break even. That's it. That's our only options. If I stuck with that, I promise our account would be a lot bigger than it is now. Yeah, so let's focus on next week. Hopefully, you all had just as good a week as I have. Finally, able to say that because I didn't lose anything this week. So, even though I just barely broke even, I'm okay with that in comparison to the weeks prior. And hopefully, next week we'll have an even better week. If we just stick to our plan, stick to our strategy, I think we can. Appreciate y'all. Thanks. Hopefully, have a good week and a good weekend. Peace. That wasn't bad. 11 minutes.